Hi, first grade. Let's review a song that we did a couple weeks ago called What's Your Name? And remember that, like we did a couple weeks ago, when we hear the higher pitches, we're going to put our hands on our shoulders. When we hear the lower pitches, we're going to put our hands on our hips. Here we go. What's your name? Pudding tame. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. What's your name? Pudding tame. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. Good. Now what we're going to do is I am going to sing some patterns on Lou, and you need to sing it back to me on Lou as well. Lou, 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 Lou. Lou, 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 Lou. Lou, 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 Lou. Lou, 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 Lou. Lou, Lou, Lou. Good. So today we're going to learn the names of those two pitches that we have been singing, both with our song that we just did, What's Your Name, and with the patterns we were singing. So we're going to follow along with our song, I've a Pair of Fishes. And you remember, just like we did before on the rhyming words, we are going to put our hands on our shoulders for the higher pitch and our hands on our hips for the lower pitch. Dishes, dishes, dishes.
This is indeed a wonder. See the fishes washing dishes. This is quite a wonder. This is quite a wonder. I've a pair of
Parrots, parrots.
They are raising
Carrots, carrots.
This is indeed a wonder. See the puppies raising guppies. See the fishes washing dishes. This is quite a wonder. This is quite a wonder. I've a pair of foxes.
Foxes,
They are building
boxes, boxes.
This is indeed a wonder. See the foxes building boxes. See the puppies raising guppies. See the fishes washing dishes. This is quite a wonder. This is quite a wonder. I've a pair of bunnies. Bunnies.
They are eating funnies, funnies.
This is indeed a wonder. See the bunnies reading funnies. See the foxes building boxes. See the puppies raising guppies. See the fishes washing dishes. This is quite a wonder. This is quite a wonder. I've a pair of parrots. Parrots.
They are eating carrots, carrots.
This is indeed a wonder. See the parrots eating carrots. See the bunnies reading funnies. See the foxes building boxes. See the puppies raising guppies. See the fishes washing dishes. This is quite a wonder. This is quite a wonder.
So it would help if Mrs. Turner would sing the right words, but that was our idea. Fishes, fishes. We started out high, went to low. So, to review a little bit more of that and learn about it, we're going to look at this page. So on this page it says, higher and lower pitches can be written on a staff. This is a staff. Has 5 lines and 4 spaces. So is higher. That's our higher pitch that we've been talking about. And then me is the lower pitch that we've been talking about. So is going to be higher up on the staff than me because it sounds higher than me. When so is in a space, so like if it's in this space right here, the second space, then me is in the space below it, right here on the first space. If so is in the second space, then me is in the first space. So, we are going to listen to a poem, and it's called Tailor, Tailor. And I want you, as you listen, to tap to the beat. Here we go. Tailor, tailor, cut my coat. Snip, snap, shears. Cut it from our billy goat. Snip, snap, shears. One furry collar for it. How many dollars for it? Snip, snap, shears. Let's do that one more time. Make sure you're tapping or patting to the beat. Here we go. Tailor, tailor, cut my coat. Snip, snap, shears. Cut it from our billy goat. Snip, snap, shears. One furry collar for it. How many dollars for it? Snip, snap, shears. So based on that poem, do you have any idea of what a tailor's job is? So it might involve something with a coat. Right, because it says, tailor, tailor, cut my coat. A tailor is a person who fixes or mends clothing. So what they do is if you have clothing that needs to be taken in because it's too big, or if you're kind of short and you need a dress or pants hemmed, they'll do that. So they do different things to kind of fix your clothing so it fits you right. And so that's what they do. That's what a tailor's job is. Now it said cut it from a billy goat. They got the material to make the coat from the fur from the billy goat. So we have another song called Tinker Tailor. And I want you, because a tailor's job is to fix clothes, you are going to point to the beat, to the buttons on your clothes. If you don't have buttons, like me, I have a zipper. You're just going to pretend that you have buttons on your shirt. And you are going to point to your buttons to the beat, or your imaginary buttons. Good. Now repeat after me. We're going to talk about or go over each of the names of the jobs almost that are mentioned in this song. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Now, I want you to sing along after me. We're going to do it by phrases. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Good, let's do it that way one more time. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Good, let's put parts together. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, let's put it all together. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Let's sing it with the recording. All right. So, let's go back to our page that we were looking at and see if we can figure out our notes that we're using. So, if we look at this page, remember we talked about how if so is in a space, then me is in the space below it. And so is higher than me. So which note do you think is so in our pattern? Right, the higher note. It's the same up here too. So that means that the next note would be me. So our pattern is so, me, right? So we're going to go and we are going to sing this song using our solfege syllables and our hand signs. So remember that so is our palm facing us, and then me is our palm facing the floor. So we're going to go so, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so, me. So, me, so. Good. Let's see if we can do that with our recording, but instead of singing the words, you're going to sing the solfege syllables. So, me, 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 so. So, me, 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 so. Good. Now, we are going to listen to another song, and what I want you to do as we listen is you're going to pretend that you're going to make a sawing motion to the beat. So you're going to do that as you are listening to the song.
Serra, serrador, quantos passos, senhor serrou? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now remember that we talked about how so and me, if so is in a space, then me is in the space below it. But so and me are not always going to be in spaces. Sometimes they can be on lines. So if so is on a line, then me is on the line below it. In this case, I want you to look and see if you can figure out which one is so, which notes are so, and which ones are me. Yes, these are so on the second line, and then if they're on the first line, then they are me. So our pattern is going to be so, so, me, so, so, me. So, so, me, so, so, me. Let's do that again. After me. So, so, me, so, so, me. So, so, me, so, so, me. Good job. Now, let's listen to the pronunciation of this song because this song is in a different language for part of it. And this song comes from Brazil. And so we're going to listen to the pronunciation. Do your best.
My name is Elizabeth Almeida de Souza. I grew up in Brazil in the city of São Paulo. We're going to learn the Portuguese words to serra, serra, serrador. Let's begin. Serra, serra, serrador.
Serra, serra, serrador.
Quantos paus o senhor cerrou?
Quantos paus o senhor cerrou?
Dois, três, quatro, cinco, seis, sete, oito, nove, 10.
Now notice, boys and girls, that in Brazil, their language is very similar to Spanish. So a lot of these should have sounded similar to Spanish words. So let's practice it again one more time.
My name is Elizabeth Almeida de Souza. I grew up in Brazil in the city of São Paulo. We're going to learn the Portuguese words to serra, serra, serrador. Let's begin. Serra, serra, serrador.
Serra, serra, serrador.
Quantos paus o senhor cerrou?
Quantos paus o senhor cerrou?
Dois, três, quatro, cinco, seis, sete, oito, nove, 10.
So let's see if we can sing along with that. Let's learn the English words. Sing after me. Sawing, sawing, lumberjack. How many logs will you stack? Sawing, sawing, lumberjack. How many logs will you stack? Let's put it all together. Sawing, sawing, lumberjack. How many logs will you stack? Good. Let's see if you can sing the song in both languages.
Serra, serra, serrador. Quantos
cinco, seis, sete, oito, nove, 10. Serra, serra, serrador, quantos passos, senhor cerrou? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sawing, sawing, lumberjack, how many logs will you stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, throughout the rest of this week, boys and girls, what I want you to do is try and sing in sing-song pattern with So and Me. Loo, 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 loo. You can get your family in on it where you can do this, answering questions, asking questions in that for a little bit. Just make sure when you do it that your family is doing it with you too. Okay? So try and get your family involved to sing in that sing-song pattern. And I'll see you next time. Bye.